To the class of 2016, I'm incredibly humbled and honored to participate in even a small part of this event. I do hope, though, you'll give me your patience. I was only invited a few days ago to be the commencement speaker for today. I was told that President Obama had an emergency, so couldn't attend. And I guess the Dalai Lama, Stephen Hawking, and the Pope were busy and had other commitments, so I apparently was next on the list. At least that's what I want to believe. As you may know, I graduated from Tourtellotte over 40 years ago. I can't even believe it. 40 years ago. In the short time I had to write the speech, I thought I could go back to my own graduation that day in 1975 and rely on the very philosophical words of wisdom that I learned from that commencement speaker. However, it turns out that for the life of me, I can't remember who the person was. And frankly, not a single word they said. So I'm hoping that in 40 years' time, you'll remember me, or at least a few things that I had to say today, and at least remember me as Mrs. What's-Her-Name. I remember leaving Tourtellotte with the rest of my 1975 graduating class, ready to change the world. So did millions of other high school students that year. Our generation was the one that would change everything. Conquer the world was what I posted under my yearbook picture. We were full of hope. We were full of plans to make this a better world. Mostly, we were full of ideas to fix the previous generation's problems. Well, unfortunately, class of 2016, I have some bad news. I'm not so sure we got it so right. You'll soon find out that we may in fact have left the world slightly worse off than when we actually started. Sorry about that. I'm here to officially pass the baton of change on to you, however, from my generation. We're counting on you to get it right. As I stand here today in front of this sea of graduating faces, brimming with hopes and possibilities, I say I'm optimistic about the future of this planet. We're counting on you to make a difference, to improve the world, to solve the problems that my generation couldn't fix, or maybe even help to create. How can I prepare you to meet these challenges? To be clear, I don't have a secret list of academic success or surefire paths to achieve your goals and change the world. And I'm certainly not here to tell you to study hard in college, to apply yourself, to take on new challenges, or to think outside the box. I'm sure you've heard enough of that already. However, I've learned a few things along the way, and maybe some of these unconventional wisdoms and bits of information might be prepare you for the future. And in the end, I'll give you a few challenges that I found out along the way may be helpful. First, a little background. I've enjoyed a great career in the media, movie, and television business. I've met many celebrities, helped bring motion pictures to the big screen, and new shows to television. I led teams that developed new advanced media and television technologies. Anyone can cure rare diseases, develop robotics that build complex machines without human intervention, perform heart transplants, or develop cars that can drive themselves. I like to think I added much more value to the world with a career in the media business. You tell me, would you rather drive around in a driverless car or binge on the Kardashians, Hoarders, or Duck Dynasty? The truth is, I have a beautiful family, fantastic friends, a career that couldn't be more rewarding. I wish I could tell you that it was also incredibly easy. But the secret is I didn't follow a traditional formulaic, proven success path during most of my life. And here's another secret. During high school, I didn't really apply myself very well. I struggled to stay focused. I was confused over what I wanted out of my future. There was even one teacher who told me, don't set your sights too high, as I would probably never amount to much. By the way, at the time, I deserved that comment, so whoever, if they're here today, you'd... However, there were several Tourtellotte teachers and administrators that did believe in me, including Mr. Devlin, Mrs. Houle, and Mr. Hessian. I remember one very specific day that truly changed my life at Tourtellotte. I was nearing the end of my junior year. I signed out of class to hang out with my friends in the gym. Yes, okay, I was skipping class when I should have been in the study hall. Mr. Hessian came to find me in the gym and was very angry with me. In fact, he was fuming. I begrudgingly followed him back to the study hall and asked him, what does it matter? Why are you so mad at me? This won't make a difference. He turned in the hallway, looked at me in the eye, and said, because the only one holding you back is you. You just don't get it. It's not about skipping a class, it's about skipping out on all the things you could be in your life. That hit me hard that day, and it was really the start of a new direction. I started to think about things differently, about how to change the course of my life. If Mr. Hessian believed in me, why didn't I believe in myself? I started to apply myself, and the rest, as they say, is history. So what few bits of wisdom and useful advice did I pick up along the way? First, don't be ashamed about making mistakes or failing. Let me tell you about a motto, for instance, I've used most of my life. My success is a collection of all the mistakes I've made in my life and learned from. And take it from me, I've been very successful at making mistakes. I've got a lot of experience, in fact. It's okay to make mistakes and fail. Just realize that you need to focus on learning from your failures and doing things different in the future. I often see people beating themselves up, blaming themselves or others for every little failure. They waste so much time on regrets and what ifs. I like to say, don't ever use the B word. Blame wastes valuable time. Blame prevents you from finding solutions and being creative. Stop worrying about your past mistakes and think about today. Think about the future. Think about how you can apply the learning from your mistakes to be a better leader, a better worker, a better brother, sister, daughter, son, husband, wife, or friend. Think about how you can take that mistake and be a better person. Think about how you can take all your blame energy and focus it on making your life and those around you just a little bit better. One caveat, by the way, to the class: please try not to purposely make stupid mistakes. Most importantly, don't do silly things, break all the rules, and then tell your parents that the commencement speaker told you to go out and make more mistakes. I'm trying to avoid the angry parent tweets and Facebook posts I'm sure to get. Second, travel and learn about other cultures. Do you realize that less than 50% of US citizens actually own a passport? Compare that to 70 to 80% of Europeans owning a passport. Get out of the country. And I don't mean to Canada, Bermuda, or Mexico. Travel the world and gain a better understanding of the many cultures and diverse thinking that makes up this beautiful earth. Don't think you really understand the rest of the world's problem by listening to CNN or Fox News or keeping up with Facebook posts. You owe it to yourself and to the world to learn about other people and cultures before forming strong, lifelong opinions. Third, make sure you have fun along the way. No doubt you'll all be having ups and downs throughout your personal lives and your careers. It's finding the humor in things that keeps people wanting to be around you, that drives families to stick together, that makes you a successful leader, that makes the inevitable downs so tolerable and makes the challenges so much easier. Anyone that knows my family knows that laughter holds us together. Humor keeps us from taking life or ourselves too seriously. Fun that makes us want to always be together. We focus on the larger goals, not on the petty differences. Also, bring humor and humility to your careers and your jobs. Remember, you're working with people, not robots. Work or school is just so much easier when people around you are having fun. The most important piece of wisdom I can give you: focus on what you love to do. I can personally attest to the fact that it does take time to figure out exactly what you want to do, that whatever that is that drives you. So try a few things, explore a few subjects before deciding on the specific career that suits you best. Just the other day, I was talking to my son's girlfriend. She was telling me how she didn't get this fabulous job at Bank of America. Sensing she was struggling with her goals, I said to her, leaving money and other people's expectations of you aside, what career or job would make you jump out of bed every day? What is it that you are most passionate about? Without hesitation, she said, I want to be a funeral cosmetologist. You know, doing makeup for dead people. Okay, it wasn't what I was expecting. However, after talking to her more, I finally understood why she was so excited about this career. I encouraged her to pursue her dreams, and she's now considering going back to school. She admitted she was never really cut out to work at a bank, had absolutely no interest whatsoever in finance. But when talking about dead people's makeup, wow, her face lit up. Okay, again, I don't get it, but I see that this was the thing that would drive the passion in her. By the way, I suppose one major upside of this career option is that she'll never ever get a single customer complaint. Therefore, here's the secret. When you love what you do, it's not work. Success will come from doing what you love. In closing to the class of 2016, I do hope that these bits of wisdom come in helpful, and that you'll take on the massive challenges with humility and humor in front of you. I also hope you'll consider taking a few challenges from me that I promise will get you ready for the future. First, will you promise to be unafraid to make mistakes and then learn from those mistakes? Second, will you commit to travel and learn from other places and cultures before forming lifelong opinions? Third, will you promise to have fun and keep humility in your life? And lastly, will you promise to pursue doing what you love? If you do, I promise you, you will never ever work a day in your life. Will you? Yay. If you accept these challenges, in 40 years' time, you can stand right where I'm standing today and say, wow, that Mrs. What's-Her-Name, she was so right. So class of 2016, this is your life. This is your time. You are the world's hope for this future. It's up to you. Congratulations and thank you very much.